Here's just gotta change my Wi-Fi quick. Oh, it's almost there. Okay. Good. Hey YouTube, it's Eric. This video is gonna be pretty quick. I'm just gonna be covering. If you're not aware, there was a full-on Jesuit priest named Joseph Callahan that was given the Medal of Honor by President Harry Truman. And I think that's very significant because Harry Truman also received an honorary degree from Jesuit Fordham University. Truman also proposed to nominate Knight of Malta General Mark Clark as legal ambassador to Rome in 1952. I found a picture of Truman giving this Jesuit priest, Joseph Callahan. Move my chair up here a bit. Truman gave this priest Joseph Callahan like a Medal of Honor, and that's just very significant because if you understand, like the Jesuits murdered or were implicated in murdering a sitting United States President Abraham Lincoln. And even if you read the Georgetown book that I recommended, you'll see like in the book, Abraham Lincoln like was one of the only U.S. presidents not to speak at Georgetown University, and that's not a coincidence. But this is the priest here. It's Joseph T. Callahan. He was a Jesuit priest, and he was a United States Navy chaplain during World War II. I thought that was very significant. Cardinal Spellman was another high-profile Catholic military chaplain. I covered, if you watch my video on Herbert Hoover, Father Robert S. Lloyd, S.J., was the chaplain to the FBI. Monsieur Joseph Timothy Callahan, S.J., was a Jesuit world Jesuit priest, United States Navy chaplain during World War II. You see, he was awarded the U.S. military's highest decoration, the Medal of Honor. You see, the Medal of Honor is like an inverted pentagram. And you can even see here like this green belt. It could almost be like a Roman reef on the outside of it as well. Here, this actually does look like a Roman reef on this far left picture here, underneath the inverted pentagram. You see here, but the Jesuit was given the Medal of Honor for his actions during and after the attack on the aircraft carrier abroad, which he was serving, the USS Franklin. I thought this was interesting. You see, he went to Jesuit Boston College High School, joined the Jesuits in 1922, ordained to the Roman Catholic priesthood as a member of the Jesuit order in 1934. Here's the picture of Truman with Callahan right here. This was in 1946. This is Truman went to Fordham in 1946 as well. That's yeah. So very significant. Yeah, it's very symbolic. This is the same year Truman went to. I linked this in the description. You can watch the video. Here, I'll pull it up here. I linked this in this post. In 1946, Truman accepted an honorary degree from Jesuit Fordham. See Cardinal Spellman and the Jesuit priest Robert Ignatius Gannon, who said that the FBI and Fordham had the same ideas, walking up to the podium with Truman. There's Truman there. I'll show you. Here he is getting his honorary degree right here. There's the diploma. Yeah, but this is the same year, 1946, that Truman got his Jesuit degree, that he gave a Medal of Honor to the Jesuit priest, the United States Navy chaplain Joseph T. Callahan. And just going throughout history, like the Jesuits have been very involved in secular governments. Here's a great example of one here. This is going back to the realm of James II in England. Lord Robert Montagu, in his book on recent events and a clue to their solution, writes that King James II was a Jesuit, but King James II made a Jesuit priest, Edward Petre, um, the Privy Councillor of all of England. You see, he was appointed Privy Councillor by King James II, an English Jesuit. And there he is, Privet, wearing his Jesuit hat right there. He served as a chaplain and advisor to James II right there. And obviously, he was unpopular with Protestants. I'll see if anyone's in the chat. So this is a good example here in England of a Jesuit, full-on Jesuit priest infiltrating the secular government. Where is it here? This king of Poland here, John II Casimir, actually was a Jesuit priest. A full-on Jesuit priest was the king of Poland, John II the Casimir, from 1648 to 1668. You see here, he entered the order of Jesuits in Rome and was made a cardinal by Innocent X. He had a full-on Jesuit priest. Oh, my keypad's a little sticky here. And then in Portugal, you had a Roman Catholic cardinal here, Henry. Cardinal Henry was the full-on Roman Catholic cardinal, was the king of Portugal from 1578 to 1580. Here are just some examples. Even in the United States government, is more recent. The Jesuit priest Robert Drinan was in the United States. Robert Drinan, S.J., was in the United States House of Representatives from Massachusetts from 1971 to 1981. Let me pull up my phone here. Hey, you guys. Hey, thanks. Hope you guys had a good Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a good winter break. And then here's another Jesuit that was in the United States government. I think I've covered this guy on my channel before. But this just shows you like if you understand like Lorenzo Ricci and John Carroll like the Jesuits had a pivotal role in founding America. And that's why full-on Jesuit priests like you see here. Um, Joseph T. Callahan, S.J., getting a Medal of Honor by Harry Truman, a sitting president has an honorary degree, who got an honorary degree from Jesuit Fordham. Charles Constantine Pius, S.J., was a Roman Catholic priest who was yeah, you see here. Um, Pius was the chaplain of the United States Senate. To this day, Charles Constantine Pius is the only Catholic priest to be chaplain of the United States Senate, and he was a Jesuit. This Jesuit, Charles Constantine Pius, S.J., was personal friends with U.S. President John Tyler, who sent his son Tazewell Tyler to Georgetown, and Tazewell Tyler, coincidentally, was a Confederate soldier. And Charles Constantine Pius, S.J., was very close with Bishop John Hughes, the Roman Catholic bishop who founded Jesuit Fordham, and Bishop John Hughes got the Protestant Bibles out of the public school system in the United States. And here's another Jesuit that was prominent in the United States. This Jesuit here, John McLaughlin, was Richard Nixon's speechwriter, not the rock star here. Here, the Jesuit John McLaughlin, right here. He was going to run for the United States Senate when the Jesuit priest Robert Drinan, who I just showed you, was in office. But this Jesuit John McLaughlin, he hosted the McLaughlin Group on MSNBC. This full-on Jesuit priest John McLaughlin, and you see here he entered the priesthood at Boston College. And I think it's on his Wikipedia that he was Nixon's speechwriter. Yeah, McLaughlin then became a speechwriter for President Richard Nixon. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this photo if you haven't seen it. I think it's just significant, very symbolic that a full-on Jesuit priest uh, accepted a Medal of Honor from Harry Truman. And like the Medal of Honor itself, like I know the Knight of Malta, Knight of Saint Sylvester, Wild Bill Donovan, who was instrumental in like Operation Paperclip and merging the OSS with Pro Dio, got a Medal of Honor. So it is the Medal of Honor is kind of is a mockery, and it's the inverted pentagram. But a full-on Jesuit priest received the Medal of Honor, Joseph T. Callahan by Truman here. And if you haven't read this article, check it out. Harry Truman did get an honorary degree from Jesuit Fordham. Truman even like rang the victory bell at Fordham University. I'll show you a picture of that. This was from the Jesuit Fordham Twitter feed. Yeah, but here's Harry. Oh, give me a second. I'm gonna pull up this link here. There it is here. Oh, it's a small. I'm just gonna blow it up here. You type in Trudum Fordham. Here it is. Here's President Harry Truman ringing the Fordham bell at Jesuit Fordham. Oh, that's the same link. You see the photo there. Okay, here's a bigger one there. There's President Harry Truman. This is in 1946 when he gave the Medal of Honor to Joseph T. Callahan, SJ. I think that's all for this one, YouTube. Peace and love, and non-mask. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.